For some reason, Ranbir Kapoor is not trolled the same way for being with 1,000 bajillion women. Hello, my loves. Welcome back to our channel. This is a... she does not want... Fine. She does not want to be in the... She has a lot to say, you guys. She has a lot to say. So if you hear little bells, that's no. Anyways, hello my loves. Oh, welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since I did a recreation makeup recreation video, and I thought I would do Deepika Padukone's makeup in Coffee with Karan. Now that video created quite... not that video, that episode created quite a stir, and I have quite a lot to talk about as well. So I thought, you know what, let's do what we do the best, apply some makeup, recreate, also try some new stuff. You can hear Lunu's bell ringing on the side, chit chat, all of that good stuff. Yeah, but before we get started, guys, if this is the very first time you're seeing this face, hello, I am Jovita, and I would love it if you took a second to click that red subscribe button just underneath this video. Yeah, so I'm gonna start. Camera could be moving, sounds could be heard, all of that is Lonapi, okay? Now I'm gonna start with the Bobbi Brown base, and I'm also going to spritz the Smashbox Photo Finish Revitalize 8-in-1 Primer Essence Black Rose. Now honestly, I do not know what this does, okay? So do not copy me being a beauty influencer. I'm just trying to figure out what this does, okay? But the Bobbi Brown one, it's a very hydrating, it really hydrates your skin, all of that good stuff. Now Deepika's makeup, I'm gonna leave little pictures on the side. It looked very matte, and she seemed to have applied a very light layer of foundation. Now I am also going to apply very light layer of foundation. I am going to use the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, and I'm gonna use my foundation kabuki brush that you guys are so missing. By the way, this was a limited edition. I still get people asking me about it. It's gone. So I'm just gonna a little bit on the back of my hand just to even out my face. Guys, I've not been doing very well mentally, so that has definitely reflected on my skin. My skin is patchy, it is dehydrated, it looks very dull. So usually I actually would skip foundation. Today, since we're also doing that recreation, I'm gonna apply a little bit of foundation as well, but keep it very minimal. What I really was impressed with was that you could still see a little bit of discoloration on Deepika Padukone's like this area. Yeah, no, I like that. I like how confident she is, you know. So let's start with talking about what I think about Deepika Padukone and her journey in front of our eyes as a 16-year-old girl who won the Glad Rags Model of the Year or something like that, to one of the highest paid, most acclaimed actresses globally today. For my under eye concealer, I'm gonna use the Color Bar concealer. All the shades will be mentioned down in the description bar below. Now Lunu is a very talkative cat, so please ignore that. Now I remember watching Deepika Padukone when she was much younger on, you know, the ramp, and I remember thinking, my god, what a face. And when she came in the limelight in the beginning, she was bubbly and fun, and she had that flirtatious aura to her, you know. And then the whole Ranbir Kapoor saga happened, and then she came out talking about depression, and I really have to applaud her for coming out and talking about depression on such a public scale, because taking help for your mental health, taking medication, just accepting that, hey, I'm not fine, even when outside you look fine, was looked down on. You know, there were a lot of derogatory terms that were used for people who suffer from mental health. I can attest to that. You know, I was called demonic for being depressed, yeah, by my let's not mention whose. Anyway, so it's great that she, you know, I think it's set like milestone in our growth as a nation. Luna P, she has so much to say, you guys. I was also checking if it is because she wants to get out. Anyways, I also want to try out for the very first time this concealer by Bint Beauty. My shade is Nutmeg. Now this is a sustainable, cruelty-free, organic makeup brand by content creator, a beauty content creator called Bindia. So I'm gonna dab that into my brush and apply. That shade is perfect for my hyperpigmentation, because it is one of those cream products that is cruelty free and not cruelty, everything in India is cruelty free, but sustainable and organic. That was the word I was looking for. You really, it's best to use your finger and warm it up, but because I'm sitting on my bed and I don't have the, I don't have the tools to clean off my finger, I'm just gonna use my brush, my concealer brush, but it's doing such a fabulous job any which ways. Now Deepika Padukone did not really conceal the pigmentation, or she did a very light concealing of her pigmentation over here, but it's gonna be a mix of what she did overall and also what I prefer to do. Okay, I'm also gonna do a dewier take on the makeup. I'm not gonna go as deadbeat matte overall as Deepika's makeup. Right, I like it. What do you think? Well, say hello to, it's called Prema. Say hello to Prema. That's what happens when I'm going through a low. I break out, like my skin is not okay. To set just my under eyes and my forehead lines, I'm going to use the loose powder by Charmacy. They claim it to be a dupe of the Laura Mercier powder. I really like it, guys. I've used it a few times. I really love the lid and I love the packaging. It is definitely very, very, very finely milled. So I'm just gonna dip it in there very gently, tap off the excess and go over my under eyes very, very gently. Right, this is not a makeup tutorial. This is about, yeah. Anyway, so that shift happened. I believe she took some time to heal and all of that. But what I've noticed is, right, let's go through the whole journey through my eyes, like what I have noticed, right? Because this is just me sitting and chit-chatting. I would love to hear your thoughts once we are done. So then she fell in love with Ranveer Singh, and you definitely saw a different side to her. You saw that she's laughing again, she's more bubbly, her cheeks are rosier, and there were a lot of these behind the scenes images and videos that came out where they are playful and they are just having fun, which was so great to see, and also a testament to, the right person can definitely aid in your healing journey. Like, we definitely place a lot of focus on healing ourselves and not placing our source of happiness on someone else, and that is 100% true. I think that is one thing that goes wrong in many relationships. So we have to find happiness within ourselves and not try to derive it from someone else. That's true. But when the right person comes along, someone who can support you in your mental health journey, it really makes a difference. Because let me tell you guys, being depressed is not easy, and being with the wrong person when you're depressed is not easy. Someone who does not understand, and someone who understands and also exploits it. So there are so many ways to look at it. Just because the other person has depression also doesn't mean that you will get the kind of support that you need. So Ranveer Singh, we don't know also, by the way. It's just like social media. We don't know what is going on in their personal lives. But from what we could see, it seemed very genuine. They seemed very happy. They seem very happy. And yeah. Now, one thing that I have noticed since the marriage, whatever, like the now Deepika that we have in the 2020s era is, I don't know, somewhere I feel like she's lost that spark again. I don't know what it is. I feel like she puts on a very brave front, but I feel like she seems empty. She feels like she's, battling something. These are very heavy, what to say, very heavy words to say. I definitely understand that. Right, so My camera got cut off. I lost my train of thought. We're gonna continue with the eyes. I'm gonna use this palette from Too Faced and this deep matte brown shade all over the eyelid, just like this. Deepika's eyes looked very, very simple. It looked like your 90s smoky eye. So I'm gonna use this packer brush with a point from Color Pop. This is E18. It makes it so easy to just carve out that shape you want, and I'm gonna go just for my goodness, I haven't done a tutorial in so long, like an upside down rainbow shape, whatever, like a U shape, guys. I love this chocolate brown reddy brown shade for us deeper girls. Anyways, what I was talking about, it's all come back to me, is that yeah, she just seems empty. She seems like she's putting or keeping a public appearance with a happy face because she has to. That is her life, that is her world. Maybe I feel like it because I am projecting. I don't know, guys. I'm just telling you, I'm just rambling things that's coming to my mind. Anyways, I feel like I have not seen that bubbly, chirpy Deepika Padukone until very recently, where she went out with some of her cricketer friends or something, and she seemed happy and giggly as she was coming out of a restaurant and getting into her cab. I'm gonna take this also on the lower lash line, just like that, not throughout, just on the outer corner, and connect the top and bottom. And with a pencil brush, I'm using E21, also from Colourpop. I'm going to take this shade Cocoa. It's a slightly lighter shade, and very gently, not really, you know, going through that 2016 windshield wiper motion and the crazy blending. I'm not doing any of that. Just gently easing out the edges. I don't want that over blended look on us deeper girls, especially girls with pigmented eyelid. Brown eyeshadow, when it is over blended, can just look like you are really tired. So it has to be kept very, very precise for it to look like, oh, that was intentional, that was a smoky look. So I'm not gonna over blend at all. Just very gently, I'm just softening out the edges, and that's it. Right, so this is all of what I feel like Deepika Padukone's mental health journey has been like in my eyes for the past 10 years or 15 years, of however long that all of this took place in, okay? Now for my inner corner, wow, imagine my brain shuffling between like really hard talk and makeup. I'm using the Kiro Longwear Brightening Eyeshadow, which looks like this, to brighten up my inner corner. That's another thing that you really have to do if you are doing a really smoky look like this. You need to bring light somewhere. Because of the lighting and the shadow on her, you couldn't really see details, you know, on her eye look, but I'm sure that her makeup artist has definitely done this to brighten up the eye. She was also wearing brown contact lenses that will also bring a little bit more, you know, lightness into the eye when they're doing such deep smoky eyes. Also heavy lashes bring in a lot of definition, which I'm not gonna do. You guys know I do not like wearing lashes, but I have a mascara to try. This is also from Charmacy. Well, it doesn't have any specific name on it. It just has your white shadow and your regular black shadow. I think it's their volumizing and lengthening and all of that. So I'm gonna apply the white part first all over my lashes. Right, now that I said all of this, let me talk about the slut shaming that happened and the extreme critique that she's been faced with after the Coffee with Karan show, and also her reaction, guys. I'm so proud of her. She's done so well in her journey, and I wish to be her, you know. So what she said in the show, if you haven't watched it, or if you have, just to refresh, is that like she had a really a string, or I don't remember now. It's been a few weeks since I watched the episode, but she had a really bad breakup, or she had a string of bad breakups, and she did not want to get serious with anyone. She did not want to get emotionally attached with anyone. So that is when Ranveer came into her life, and she had made that very, very clear with Ranveer. And so they had an arrangement where they were allowed to see other people, and Ranveer also eventually said that he always knew, no matter who she's with, in the end he's going to be the one, Now this is the portion that has been taken and really, really used for trolling and critiquing and slut-shaming and all of that. Let me tell you one thing, guys. I am seeing a psychiatrist and I'm seeing a psychologist. I'm seeing a few different doctors for my mental health, and this was the advice actually given to me by my doctors. I was told not to get emotionally attached with anyone because I haven't healed from my previous relationships, and these relationships do not have to always be romantic relationships. Of course, I have not healed from my previous romantic relationship ships. Let alone what the childhood trauma that has caused all of these really horrible relationships. So what she did is actually the right thing to do, and you are telling me that you haven't done something like that as well, when you've just kept your options open. You've kept it easy and casual, and not really thought of, okay, first date done, let's get married. Who jumps into relationships like that anymore in today's day and age? So I don't understand what is so wrong about what she said. First of all, I think we have to open our minds and hearts to how relationships work and how a lot of abusive relationships work. If we women are not given the chance to, explore, for some reason, Ranbir Kapoor is not trolled the same way for being with 1,000 bajillion women and cheating on even famous women that we know of. Of course, at this point, he's not a very liked person, but back then, say until he got married to Alia, but he was still revered and loved, and he was a heartthrob. No one held that against him for being a playboy or being with multiple women, or not getting into an emotional relation. Like, why are men not subjected to the same standards that we subject women to, is what I would like to know. Now, I am very impressed with this mascara, but it looks like it's going to be very difficult to take it out once I get back home. By the way, it's 16th of November today. Oh, I'm not in there we are. It's 16th of November today, and it is Shweta's birthday, so I'm actually getting ready for a dinner with her. So for a change, I'm actually gonna go out with this makeup. I hate it when I have mascara all over my face, but I do. But an easy trick, guys, if you get mascara all over your face just like I did, I would have fallen off the edge of the bed, is wait until it dries and just flick it off with a cotton bud or the eyeshadow brush that you use. So I'm gonna wait for it to dry, and you see how easy it was. If I wasn't sitting and chit-chatting, this would have finished literally in 5 minutes, and it looks really, really glamorous, especially if you want to stick on a pair of false lashes and also wear contact lenses like Deepika did. It will really, really add that oomph, glam factor to it, without a doubt, Now, let's move on to the cheeks quickly. I am not going to contour. I'm sure Deepika did a little bit of light contouring because that is required when you have, your heavy lights and all of that to bring a little bit of depth, but I am not going to do that. Instead, I'm just gonna use a little bit of peach blush, which I think she had on her gorgeous cheeks, and today I'm gonna use this blush. Once again, guys, all the details will be there listed in the description bar below. Yeah, so that is what I have to say about this whole trolling and double standards. And there are a lot of memes or trolls or whatever you kids call it these days that I saw of Ranveer Singh, that he looks sad or something, like I don't know, like when Deepika is saying that did go out with a few guys or whatever, and they zoom in on Ranveer's face and call him bechara and whatnot. Dude, he was just listening, you know. I think that was taken out of context, and, or maybe it hurts him for sure if you had strong feelings for someone and your arrangement was that you are going to still explore other relationships and they're actually doing that. I'm sure it hurts, I'm sure, because that's just the nature of our heart and our being. But that doesn't mean that she is wrong, is what I'm trying to say. I'm dying to know what you guys think, you know, about this whole thing. I'm dying to know. Men trolling us women, men slut shaming, I'm not surprised because men. But when women do this to women, like, it actually, I'm like just so disappointed. Like, Jao. I saw that somewhere. Man, I've been spending way too much time on Instagram reels. Anyways, that is the cheek. I think the light is too harsh. You can see, gorgeous, right? Gorgeous. I'll leave the shade name and everything in the description bar. This is one by Forest Essentials, and I don't know why my hair is also behaving today. Like, when I went to Naigaland, I tried curling my hair both the days that I was there, and it just fell straight flat. I hate all my pictures. I'm like, why does it look like this? And look at all the volume that I have right now. Look at this. Why didn't it look like this then? Now for the lips, she had a very beautiful matte neutral brown lips. I have so many options. I really do not know which one to go for. Oh my god, I did not apply an eyeliner. I'm gonna skip that. I had my favorite K-Beauty lip liner somewhere over here. Ah, there it is. So either which ways, I'm gonna line my lips with the lip liner Fame. I really like it. By the way, I got a chat with Miss Katrina. Did you see my chat, guys? If you haven't, I will link it right over here. Fame is one of my favorite lip liners. If you are my skin tone, I think you need to get the shade Fame. This works for all, you know, nude lips, or if you have light lipsticks that do not work. It's such a perfect brown. You know, sometimes dark brown gets too dark and it darkens up all the lipsticks. This is just perfect. So I'm gonna gently overline my lips. Very, like, basically I'm lining the edge of my lips, not really like overlining it, because I think overlining can look a bit tacky in person. On camera it doesn't look like it, but in person it can be bad. And then first I'm gonna experiment with the Color Chemistry's lipstick lip crayon in the shade Terracotta. I feel like this is just the right shade of light brown. I mean, it's pretty. That light is too bright, you guys. I need to dim this. Oh, that is so much better. I should have done the whole video like this. Because I'm filming from home, I only have one light, and I thought I have to really brighten it up. Guys, sometimes, like, we are not experts, okay? We make mistakes. The hate that I get sometimes is like, oh my god. Anyways, coming back to the lips, I really like this shade. I really like it, but this is not that neutral nude. This is more like a peach nude. So I am going to do what? I don't know. I feel like all the other nudes that I have are also pretty. This is Charlotte Tilbury's medium. That just no. I ruined it. I ruined it, and I do not have a tissue paper. Why am I applying more? You know what? I'm just gonna apply a little bit more of Terracotta by Color Chemistry and call it a day. Yeah, I like that look. It's not exact to Deepika's look, but I like that look. And to finish it all, I'm gonna use MAC's Fix Plus in the rose variant. So the MAC PR team sends these across, and I think it's very refreshing, but the mist is not the finest, so it's not like, I wish the mist was a bit finer so that it doesn't leave those splotches of whatever, you know. I'm just rambling on and on. I would have liked a little bit of highlighter, but I haven't picked a highlighter over here, and these ones are a bit too chunky. I'm not gonna put it on my face and ruin my look. So here is the final look that we have. Of course, I have to show my pimply side. Let's show this side, which you know what? Just look at me like this. I think I've done a pretty decent job at recreating the makeup that Deepika Padukone wore to Coffee with Karan, and I think I have also mentioned everything that I feel like, you know, about the whole episode. Yeah, I feel like Deepika is very guarded now, but I also like her attitude of I don't give an F. She did come out, I think, in the Elle interview or somewhere saying, hey, I'm gonna live my truth now. I'm gonna say my truth. I'm not gonna hide anymore, which is phenomenal. I love that about her. But also, you know, when I see her hug Ranveer and kiss Ranveer on screen, or when I know she's in a public place, I think she's very guarded. You know, she's very aware that she's being watched. She doesn't let loose anymore. Maybe it's the age, maybe it's the maturity. Maybe it's something else, who knows. But that is everything that I wanted to talk about today. It's been such a long time since we chit-chatted. I want to know what you guys think about everything I said. I will catch up with you in the comment section. I love you so much.